Hey there, and welcome to today's review. I'm thrilled to dive into a unique puzzle game called Viewfinder. This one caught my eye because of its creative mechanics and visual appeal. I'll be taking you through its intriguing features, sharing my thoughts, and giving you a sense of what makes this game stand out. So let's jump right in and take a closer look at Viewfinder. Viewfinder is an innovative first-person puzzle game developed by Sad Owl Studios, and it brings something truly fresh to the table. The game challenges your perception of reality through a clever mechanic that allows you to manipulate your surroundings by taking pictures, and then using those images to alter the world around you. It's a concept that blends elements of perspective puzzles, creativity, and spatial manipulation in ways that are both intuitive and mind-bending. From the moment you step into the game, you're greeted by an environment that feels minimalist yet inviting. The clean and colorful art style, combined with an almost dreamlike atmosphere, sets the tone for what is essentially a mental playground. There's a calm, almost serene quality to the world of Viewfinder, but beneath the surface lies a complexity that quickly becomes apparent as you begin solving puzzles. The core mechanic of Viewfinder is taking photographs and using those images to change the landscape. At first, this might sound simple, but the game ramps up the difficulty in creative ways. You'll often find yourself solving puzzles by lining up photos to create new paths, bypass obstacles, or even manipulate physics. It's a brilliant system that challenges you to think outside the box and constantly reevaluate your surroundings. What makes it stand out is how naturally the puzzles are integrated into the world, making each solution feel organic and satisfying. One of the most striking aspects of Viewfinder is how fluidly it lets you transition between reality and photographs. The seamlessness with which the world shifts when you place an image down is a joy to experience. It's a mechanic that feels magical without being overwhelming, allowing you to engage with the environment in a way that feels empowering. The game encourages experimentation, and there's a sense of discovery with each new puzzle as you realize the different ways in which the photos can be used. But Viewfinder doesn't stop at just one mechanic. As you progress, the game introduces layers of complexity with new types of media and environmental tools, such as Polaroids, paintings, and more. These elements build on the original premise, offering fresh challenges that keep the experience from becoming repetitive. The sense of progression is well-paced, giving you just enough time to grasp each new concept before introducing the next twist. In terms of difficulty, Viewfinder strikes a good balance. While the puzzles can be challenging, they never feel unfair. The game encourages you to think critically, but rarely leaves you stuck for long periods. For players who enjoy brain-teasing puzzles, Viewfinder will be immensely satisfying, but even casual puzzle enthusiasts will find it approachable, thanks to the intuitive design and clever hints scattered throughout the game. One of the game's subtle strengths lies in its storytelling. The narrative is light but meaningful, weaving in themes of perception, reality, and creativity. While you're primarily focused on solving puzzles, there are moments when the game drops hints about a larger story lurking in the background. These narrative elements are delivered with a light touch, allowing you to engage with them as much or as little as you want. For players who enjoy uncovering hidden layers of meaning in games, Viewfinder offers just enough intrigue without overshadowing the gameplay. Another standout feature of the game is its sound design and music. The soundtrack is calming and atmospheric, complementing the serene environments without distracting from the puzzle solving. The subtle sound effects, such as the click of a camera or the shifting of the world as you place a photo, add to the overall immersive experience. The game's audio enhances the feeling of being in a dreamlike, ever-changing world where anything is possible. If there's a downside to Viewfinder, it's that the game can sometimes feel too short. Depending on how quickly you solve the puzzles, you might find yourself wishing for more content by the time you reach the end. That being said, the experience it offers is rich and rewarding, and the game never overstays its welcome. It's a tightly crafted puzzle experience that respects your time while providing plenty of aha moments along the way. The replayability of Viewfinder is also worth mentioning. While the core puzzles don't change on a second playthrough, the game encourages experimentation, and it's easy to see how some players might return just to explore different solutions to the same problems. There's a lot of fun to be had simply playing around with the photo manipulation mechanics, and it's the kind of game that lends itself well to casual revisits, even after completing the main puzzles. Visually, Viewfinder is a treat. The game uses a clean, colorful art style that feels warm and inviting. The environments, though relatively simple in design, are beautifully crafted, with a lot of attention to detail in the way light and color are used. The visual simplicity helps to keep the focus on the puzzle mechanics, while still providing an aesthetically pleasing experience. The contrast between the real world and the photos you place down creates striking visual moments, adding to the game's overall charm. In conclusion, Viewfinder is a refreshing and innovative addition to the puzzle genre. Its unique mechanics, combined with its calm atmosphere and intuitive design, make it an experience that is both mentally stimulating and creatively rewarding. While it may not be the longest game out there, what it offers is a concentrated burst of puzzle-solving brilliance that will leave you thinking long after the final photo has been placed. If you're a fan of games that challenge your mind and encourage you to think in new ways, Viewfinder is definitely worth a try, and that's a wrap on my review of Viewfinder. I hope this gave you a good sense of the game and what makes it stand out. Now it's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy some gameplay footage as we dive deeper into the world of Viewfinder. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great time with the rest of the video.
It's alive. It's alive! Yeah, too much? Yeah, cool. Oh, that's unusual. So the photo is acting a bit weird. It's can you hear me?
Welcome back. A little too soon for my liking, but happy to have you. Seems like the simulation had some difficulty maintaining itself. We might need to reroute our power sources to keep it running. Bummer, but that's what we get for messing with old tech. Don't worry, love. We'll get it sorted, and then it's off to the races with you. Who knew it'd be this tricky to get ancient tech back in working order? Just think of all this junk lying around. Don't be cruel, Jesse. These people were trailblazers. We could find a real tree of life in there. Or is it more accurate to call it a lightning rod? Well, either way, one thing's clear. The weather disruptor really might be the game changer we need. Nice work. Looks like we're back online. Ready when you are. just as stunning as I remember it. Let's get our bearings and find where we left off. Photos are back to normal too. Excellent. Should be smooth sailing from here. Hopefully.
Close your eyes.
I don't know if I should. Is this payback for making you mix new soil compositions all day?
Please, Hiraya, have you ever known me to be the vengeful sort?
Okay, see. Oh, it's marvelous. Ang ganda.
See? I told you.
The colors. How long did this take you?
Now, that would be telling. Art should retain some mystery, no?
Ayun, I found it. Now this was a funny one. Not your usual style.
You could say I was stretching my creative muscles.
Your mind is limitless. This was fun.
Few things make me happier than when you say that here.
Is that? Oh, it must be. A photocopier. I'll test it out.
Ever since that argument, Hiraya has seemed rather down. I know she means well, but Mirren pushed it too far. There must be something I can do to cheer Hiraya up. Maybe design a new possible flower. Oh, that would be lovely. We can sketch it together over some tea. On second thought, why don't I write this one down?
I wonder what else is in... No, what's that? That looks interesting. Let's check it out. I wonder what else is in... No, what's that? That looks interesting. Let's check it out.
I must admit, I'm surprised you made it this far. It's been a while since someone's wandered around this place, and it's good to have you. There's plenty of things to do here. Have you finished exploring? The train will take us to Haraya's station, a place where science and art meet nature. Aran was a brilliant designer. All the lovely artistic elements you see are all thanks to his handiwork. Though his colleagues were just as amazing in their own right. Their work was always set to change the world. Or so they said. Often. Oh, I'm Kate, by the way. An artificial record keeper, developed by Mirren to maintain this place. I'll be here to assist you in any way that I can. And I look forward to seeing what wonders you discover.
Glad to find out that's how they got around. Whoa, is that a tree? This must be the next set. Maybe we'll find out more about the work being done in this area. Nice one. Huh? That's weird. Sorry, the simulation is really buggy on my end, but... Oh, thank God, you answered. It's me. I don't know how it happened, but somehow I lost direct communication with you. Live comms don't seem to be working where you are. That should be fine, though. We can talk using this method, as long as you pick up. I'll try to leave voicemails if you can't. I've been monitoring your vitals and the system, so I'll keep you posted as you wander along. Good luck in there.
These are interesting experiments. And I like that they're reliant on creativity. There's a lot of creativity in nature. Unexplainable things that uproot themselves and find purchase. I'll make sure to keep an eye out and see how this experiment might blossom.
Seeing you walk around this place brings back memories.
At some point, we must realize that what we build with our hands is not enough. But to truly bring something to life, we must breathe life into it ourselves. There is no life in calculations on a board or in numbers on a screen. But there's life in our hands. The way we hold, the way we care.
But doesn't two pair beat three of a kind?
Not in five-card draw.
Nor in Texas Hold'em.
There are no Texans here. I fail to see why we should play by their rules.
It's more about statistical rarity than culture, I believe.
Yeah, you know, a mass thing. Just to speed. Who needs to bluff when you can count cards?
When you put it that way, I suppose I can see the appeal.
I believe their name is Melanie. Some of Araya's more playful work. Be sure to catch my good side, all right?
I've been running these biochar experiments for a few days now. Every time I think I finally achieved the perfect soil composition and nutrition. As soon as I mimic future climate conditions, poof, my work falls apart. It's disheartening, but not enough
Excellent
to
shot.
slow me down. There must be something I'm missing. Maybe I can talk to Mirren about it. I feel like Ji Long, but I have a solution to this. Ay. This mess of my own making. He must know what Mirren has been working on. Squirreled away in her own little corner. Maybe I can find a way to help. That might put us back on good terms.
Mending relationships often felt harder for Haraya than tending to her plans. I wonder why she always put in the effort despite that. Ah, that's quite the clever solution. I've been meaning to ask. What brought you here? To the simulation? Not that I mind the company. On the contrary, really. I find you to be quite adventurous. And fun. Oh, I remember this. Araya once told me that there's power in nurturing something. I'm uncertain by what she meant, but you seem to have a handle on things. I was being genuine earlier. I'd like to help you look. The founders left plenty of records of their work here, in case they were to ever come back. I wonder... Well, I hope it'll be of some use to you. Araya did leave in a hurry. Down the rabbit hole it goes. Brilliant catch. Couldn't have done it better myself.
Hey, you answered. I've been trying to look ahead, but the simulation is a bit of a maze. You're the only one that can navigate it. If I were to guess, though, what remains of all their research should be scattered around you. And if I were a delicate machine that could solve climate change, I'd be deep in a lab somewhere. Anyway, I'll do my best out here. Find that machine, all right? I'm cheering you on.
A delicate machine? Something to do with climate? Ah, that sounds familiar.
Is that what she's been working on? How foolish can she be?
I don't think it's foolish at all. Insanely ambitious, sure.
You must tell her. You know that, right? This would be so crushing. Real bad. Not something even an artificial cat could improve.
I'll talk to her, but try having a little faith.
It's beautiful. I've never really seen a tree up close before. Imagine seeing something like this every day. That would be pretty amazing.
We're heading towards the workspace of a masterful engineer. Si Leung, much like the others, settled in quickly here. The batteries, the teleporters, that's all thanks to his handiwork. Though, he wouldn't accept the compliment directly. I'm sure you'll find something useful here. One step closer to solving an impossible question, right? Do you hear that? In my memories, I hear singing and laughing. I remember a celebration. Shall we go take a look? Well done. It's a shame things crumble over time. Only, there's always someone here to fix it. First Si Leung, now you. Thank you.
Isn't it incredible? Rewinding to get the perfect shot.
Too much of that cannot be good for my health.
Ay, karawan mo ngayon. It's your birthday. Hoy? No, Grubby. Only eating and drinking and dancing. Lots of dancing. I even brought my guitar to play for you.
That's a high honor, you know.
All right, all right. Happy birthday to me.
That's more like it. Now, take a bow.
A birthday! That's wonderful. A gathering of friends. I love these little events. If my system memory is correct, Celion received quite a unique gift that day. I found it! A camera. Portable and with instant film to boot. A smart way to travel around here, and a powerful way to store data. I can't wait to see how you use this. I'd use it myself, if I had thumbs. Pro already.
This camera physics thing that Mirren has proposed is going to make me nauseous. Gravity exists for a reason.
Hey, another voicemail. It's getting harder and harder to reach you. I hope you're doing well. I've been doing my best to track your movements. It's been difficult, though. Possibly some sort of error on my part. I'm going to reach out again soon. Try to answer next time, if you can. Despite this mess, I know you'll be fine.
I've been waiting for you. I went ahead to search for the machine you're looking for. Most elusive indeed. Was that the only reason you came here?
Poor Dustin, doomed to bang into walls for all eternity. I can't help but laugh. Hours of entertainment packed into one lime green robot. Right. This is a reminder to patch a step climbing algorithm into his code. After I get other work done. Hang on. Did you nick my biscuit?
Me? Steal your biscuit? What sort of accusation is that?
You did, didn't you? I can always ask Kate, you know.
Oh, all right. So what if I did? It was just sitting there going uneaten.
It's not as if it could have gone cold.
Well, if you're gonna kick up a fuss, Kate, can you please run shortbread.exe for our esteemed colleague here?
Biscuit thief.
Celia was always fond of games.
Everything keeps breaking. You think in a simulation everything will find a way to maintain itself, but no. It's fine. Keeps me busy. Some peace and quiet.
Did you know that scientists have to spend years developing a method before they're often allowed to share their work? That's the beauty of the simulation. What you can achieve in a year's time can be merely a blink here. Though, that does make perfection tempting. Celia Young was often wary of that. These might be useful.
I'm working in Ali Wong's workspace today. I've excelled myself to the opposite end to keep the bickering to a minimum. It's quiet here, but a little sparse. I like his other builds more.
I can hear you.
Get back to work.
Fine. I won't bother you anymore.
Oh, balloons!
Verbally, at least.
I love these things. Celia Young was always against the camera. He often complained that it got in the way of his work. I was always confused by that. Haraya used to tell me that breaking things was a part of learning.
Alright, fine. You're winning me over.
I told you it would spark ingenuity. Clearly, I have a knack for knowing the unknowable.
Yeah, mate. You're bloody brilliant. You want a medal?
No thanks. Just hearing you say that is enough of a reward for me. Wait, Actually, I do need your help with something. Let me show you.
You're being cagey. Lead on, Professor.
Now this one... oh. This one is quite complicated.
Harai wants to meet for, and I quote, a friendly game of mahjong. I told her I'd meet alone, as long as she brought food. If he's fine and dining always works better with food.
They were all so creative. That was brilliant. I'll admit, this never gets old.
No wonder Haraya was angry. Miran's onto something. I know it. But she's not the greatest person when dealing with others. Where's that cat? Maybe the two of them could bond over a cat pet session or something.
I have heard petting is quite soothing. Feel free to do it anytime.
It went through! Hey there! Okay, so, looking into this setup, there's clearly something wrong with the system. The deeper you go, the more the data are corrupt due to lack of upkeep. Meaning you might have to find your own exit if that's the case. I think our goals stay the same. Find the specs for the weather disruptor, get out, save the climate. All that good stuff. I'll reach out again when I can. Hope you're messing with reality in some cool ways.
Corrupted data? Yes, I have noticed over time that in the later sections of the simulation, the degradation has gotten progressively worse. But isn't that true for all things that once lived? Despite that, it's still wondrous. I hope you'll feel that way too.
This doesn't look good. I won't jump to any conclusions until I take a close look at Harai's data, but I just don't know. At any rate, there's no use in making anyone else panic. Got to keep my cool.
I pray that you've been enjoying your explorations thus far. There's many memories stored here, many impossible things. It acts as a record of sorts, much like a photo, trapped in a moment. I'm glad there's someone new to experience it. was a swift one, wasn't it? Really gets your heart pumping. Well, if you have one, of course. Cursed creature. It makes me want to chase it a bit.
Is there any reason you're so reluctant to have good designs?
Whoa, sarcastic much? I enjoy good designs.
Efficiency over beauty, huh?
There is beauty in efficiency. You just have to understand it.
Ah, yeah. What a lovely way to phrase that. Very wise, Long.
Private spots are the best way to recharge. Or so I've been told. I find a nice long nap often does the trick.
Be thinking out loud here, archiving my thoughts. Time is finite. We mess with all the time in our workspaces. Thing is, we can't fool ourselves much longer. The time that runs out, we won't get back.
Your speed is impressive. This is so fascinating. I've always wondered about your world outside. I must know, does it still look like this? I've been thinking about what I'd overheard. Does this machine you're looking for really provide all the answers? If so, I wish that for all our troubles. One simple solution, and our worries gone. I thought that would sound happy, but it just sounds... Never mind. It's a bit clever, isn't it? Young was always fond of games. A good puzzle to keep himself busy. His workspaces were no different.
I thought we came together to compare notes.
I don't have anything new to share.
Are you sure? There's always something new to explore here.
Nothing of value yet, but soon. That was a nice idea, Aaron. Relaxing even. Thank you. But don't you think it's time we got back to work?
This is a disaster. I need to speak with Miriam before this gets any worse. Where has she been anyway? She's so busy with her work, I haven't seen her outside her space in a while. I'll give her a call. This can't go on.
Well done with that. Don't you find it fascinating? The solutions our minds can cultivate when given the space and motivation. They might not always be perfect, but they are special.
I said my piece. Looking back, these last few sessions have been the most difficult. And the most fun I've had since I can remember. Every corner of this place is an expression of some dream one of us had. That's gotta be something, right? Kind of like a stored piece of memory. Just like Miriam's photographs.
The machine you're looking for, is that the only chance you have? The only solution your mind has decided upon? Huh. Then there's only forward, isn't there? Mirren's workspace awaits. She's rather special. The one who started all of this, with good intentions no less. She even made me, and for that I will always be thankful. Even though she... well, she really loved this place. It's different, isn't it? Mirren was passionate about her studies. I'm rather fond of this structure. It makes me feel tall. Higher and higher we go.
I've been staring at the wall for hours. It's quite beautiful in the way that it imposes upon the sky. If you know where to look, you can already see that there will come a day when the blue skies we take for granted are gone, replaced by some other darker color. I know it in my heart of hearts. But there's something hopeful about that purple. At the very least, it's not red.
Those structures back there, they eluded Mirren. Unusual things, but useful in their own way. I wonder how you'll navigate them. You figured it out! Mirren would have been impressed. I wonder how we're going to reach that teleporter.
This is incredible. The system is self-learning, ever-growing. It can be used to build structures, new buildings, supported on its own energy. This could truly help push the principles of my research to new heights. I need to show this to Haraya immediately.
What a fond memory. Mirren was so excited about her work. Ambition is an infectious thing. There it is. Another brilliant workaround. Where's that ringing coming from?
You made it! I'm so happy. Nice work. You're near the end of this wild maze. At least, as far as I can tell. The weather disruptor must be around here somewhere. It's Mirren's life work, right? She must have stashed it away. Find it, and let's get you out of there.
The weather disruptor. Mirren's life's work. I see. Mirren and the others developed a lot of potential solutions for your current climate worries. I'm sure one will be useful. Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure you noticed by now, but using film was always Mirren's idea. One of her many passions. A perfect fit. An elegant solution.
Looking around me now almost feels like seeing into the future. How exciting! To think that one day our cities could look like this, could breathe like this. It's never too early to change the world.
You remind me a lot of Mirren, you know? Always taking new information, mastering it quickly. Ingenuity. From what I've gathered, having a passion to strive forward is the first step to accomplishing many things. Mirren always loved her research corners.
All this work, I see now that it's only part of the solution. What we need is a grounded catalyst that can place full control over the atmosphere directly into our hands. A machine to offset the RISE project's nitrogen emissions. The missing piece of the puzzle that will bolster the architecture's weaknesses. Kate, can you archive this batch of results? I've a brilliant idea that I need to diagram. Okay, I do have a first build. I can't say that I'm happy with how it's turned out, but it is a start. That counts for something. Okay, I'll run the test just to have the data. After that's done, we'll leave this workspace behind and begin again.
An artful gift from Iran, no doubt. Well done. I was wondering how you would tackle this solution. Wonderful solution. True freedom from constraints. I've been pondering about your search. I'm wondering, this weather disruptor? I know of it. If I'm right, then you're not too far away. Tell me, is this your solution to heal the world?
Despite the wonders of this complex machine, it doesn't solve the root problem of the increase in UV exposure and a decrease in oxygen output. It's a plaster on an open wound. I need to brainstorm further. Kate, can you note this annotation? I'm going to try something different. Actually, wait, let's get a photo instead.
Collaboration always sparks innovation. You're collaborating too, with someone. The phone calls, they're lovely. I hope the two of you find your own sparks of innovation together too.
Safe to say the party was a success. Alabang was right, as much as I hate to acknowledge his genius. I enjoyed myself, but there's still work to do. Kate, can you compile the solution submissions? I want to have a laugh going over them again later.
Onwards and upwards.
It's brilliant. A great way to communicate.
It's interesting, that's for sure.
Does this mean when I practice my guitar, you'll be able to give it a listen?
Let's not push it, all right?
Sound is such a funny thing. Mirren shared with me that it travels faster than light. Everyone deserves to have a bit of fun, even in the throes of work. A beat that just makes you want to get up and dance. And also power a teleport out of here. That's a lot of screaming.
Good to hear from you, bud. You've got to be close now. It must be coming up. Man, I wonder why they abandoned this place. Everything has been so bizarre. Well, I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. Go for gold.
Oh, yes. Mirren's final project. I'd nearly forgotten. I think... Never mind. You still have some way to go. Let's carry on.
This has to be it. The rods work to absorb weather conditions. The electronic output stimulates carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen molecules in the air, assisting to promote rain or snow. Oh, it's nearly perfect. Araya didn't believe I could get this far. Even Halloween doubted me. I just need a few more hits. Just a few more.
I wonder, is this how your world appears from a bird's eye view? It's rather spacious. Does it still look like this? Oh, thank you. Oh, I'll cherish this. Weather is truly a fickle thing. The climate can impact every living and non-living thing. Impossible questions and impossible solutions. The hold it can have on someone. May I ask you a question Maren often proposed to herself? Tell me, how does one heal the world?
To be able to take all the principles of physics and turn them on its head, that's what portals do. To think, this is something I could accomplish with limitless resources. It's brilliant. If only it were applicable outside of here. Kate, can you hop through one? I'd love to see if you change colors. Wait, why are you running away? Kate!
You did it! Scattered thoughts can be a messy thing. Magnificent athletic feat, and with a cat's grace at that. You've done well, traversing this maze of memories and forgotten wonder. I hope your experience has been pleasant so far. To me, it's been wonderful.
No. 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 No, 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 no! This can't be! This can't! I must have missed something. Kate, run the records. I need to review my notes.
Isn't making it this far enough? Haven't you gained all the knowledge this place has to offer? This was her life's work, and it's meaningful. But it's not right. Not in the way you want. Please. There's a burden in knowing, one you needn't feel. It'll only be painful. It didn't work. It never worked. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. Mirren, they were all supposed to find the answer. Please, don't leave.
This isn't it. It can't be. The solution, it all made sense. The formula, the structure, this should have solved all our problems. This should have been the answer. I need this to be the answer. Why? Why isn't this working? I can't give up.
I'm sorry. When I realized what you were looking for, I didn't have the heart to tell you. An impossible solution for an impossible question. Mirren she was crushed. They all were. I didn't want you to have to feel as they felt. It's a painful burden, knowing. This is the final piece of their work. What remains may be falling apart, but it's home to their memories and to me.
Hello? Hello? Are you there? I can barely hear you. Where are you? You're completely out of my field now. Did the machine just fall apart? How could that happen? Was it the system? This is bad. This means that there's nothing here for us. Did we just waste all of this time? I don't know. You need to find a way out. I can't seem to locate you.
I find these variables to be rather distinct.
Don't hurt yourself. You can just say it's ugly. I don't mind. In fact, I would appreciate the honest feedback. Here are you, dear. Out with it.
Okay, it's hideous. I'm so sorry. It's the ugliest thing I've ever laid my eyes upon. Was that too harsh?
Just a bit.
How long are you going to wait this out? Just talk to her. I can cut through the tension with a knife at this point.
It's not so simple. She refuses to meet me halfway.
Do not pretend you're halfway. Doesn't entail crossing an ocean to reach you standing on a shoreline.
How poetic. I'll deal with it. All right?
All right.
Even now, your creativity is a wonder to witness.
Beauty and efficiency, I see.
You did say I was wise.
I'd say your wisdom is on vivid display with this one.
So you do like it.
I think Hiraya is going to be very excited.
Again, she's just not seeing the big picture. Biofiltration is just a plaster, a solution requiring the many to assist. Whereas my solution only requires the diligence of a singular person. Why not strive for perfection? Why push towards a community that might not even follow through when you can take the fate of the global climate in your own hands? I've already shown Aliong the prototype. If I can just get it to run, maybe Haraya will finally see where I'm coming from. Maybe we can finally put our focus on the right path forward.
You are doing really, really well. You can continue to go further, but only more ruin awaits. This place, it's old now, falling apart. Data, left alone for too long, corrupts. Please, be mindful. You've destroyed it. Something must be wrong with the camera. This is dangerous.
Hiraya left. I knew this was inevitable. It fills me with such deep sadness. I keep this record of my feelings here, rather than hidden, because I don't want to forget. We came here to challenge ourselves. Now we are left with a million pieces that don't seem to fit together. Perhaps our time would be better used out there, in the world. Hiraya must have felt that way too.
So what if the weather disruptor didn't work? This can't be the end of everything we've worked for. All the research, all the memories. We need to keep pushing forward. Haraya gave up too easily, but I won't. I refuse to leave this place until I know the answer. Until I save everything.
This place, you've changed it. It will never be the same. Maybe that's meaningful, too.
Hey, I can't tell if you answered or not, so I'm just going to wing it. You're completely out of my range. I can't find you. But your vitals are still fine. Like you're in a deep sleep. So, new game plan. You're going to need to break the system somehow. There has to be access to a failsafe. A way out. Use it, even if it destroys the place. It might be your only chance to leave. Get back here safe, all right?
Destroy this place? To make a void where something once was? Is that the only answer?
Mirren is refusing to listen to reason. She's forgetting that she's not the only one who put time and effort into this project. And it's not totally a failure. We learned an infinite amount here. Haraya even built a simulation of the world outside just to keep track of the climate. But it's not enough. Mirren needs a solution. Some things just aren't meant to be solved. Not like this.
It's pretty here, and the sound of the wind is nice. Is this what your world once was? Is this what you're trying to get back to?
A part of me feels shame. That must be the reason I'm like this. But Aron has left. Haraya is gone. Hallowang, he's desperate, but he's right. I can't. This isn't the way. Maybe there's no perfect machine to solve this. No final formula to rule the climate. Maybe I've been wrong to assume I had that power at all. I should. Kate, can you file away these logs? If I were ever to return, I'd like to listen to them again.
There is one. A failsafe. And just as your friend said, using it will destroy this place. Oh, this feels like another impossible question. And so, your choice is made, and it begins. I'm impressed, even now. You always were quick with a clever solution. What drives you? Hesitation is the enemy of innovation. Do you think you have the power to reshape your world? Reality isn't as forgiving as this place. This failsafe was to prevent us losing everything. This place will leave nothing behind. How will you find your perfect solution now? think there's a way forward, even without an answer, even without absolutes. You did well. It's thanks to you. I understand. Mirren, she was desperate to find the truth on her own. But I see now, there is no singular truth, no perfect answer. If anything, meeting you in this place was the closest I would ever get to knowing. Tell me, the red world that awaits you, is it loving? Is it healing? I see. I suppose our time has come to an end. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
You're back! Oh, thank God. You made it. I was worried. You went dark. Don't scare me like that. You probably need some rest. I guess it was too good to be true. A singular answer to all our problems. A bummer, for sure. But it's not the end. We can keep brainstorming at that. Wait. What's that?